jellyfish, shalom, and welcome back to A.S.K. Welcome back to part 3 of this 4-part series, ranking all the Ben 10 aliens show by show. Today it's time to look at the 10 ultimate alien aliens, from Water Hazard to Juryrigg, not including Shocksquatch, and rank them all from worst to best. With no real explanation needed, let's start at the bottom of the barrel. Does anyone honestly like Fast Track? If anyone truly does for some reason, I'd honestly love to know why in the comments. Fast Track is hated by most fans for the general fact that he's a complete copy of Accelerate, with almost zero difference, aside from having less charm, less charisma, a worse voice, and a meek design that feels stupid and unmenacing. Even the way he runs in blue is a sham of the original. Oh, I hate this alien. I mean, they literally had Accelerate in the theme song, just bring him back then! Another shameless copy that does nothing new, and even backtracks a bit. Every time Edel was on screen, especially with his robotic UA design, I just wanted to skip forward and watch Ultimate Echo already. Just watch us fight with Vilgax and try to tell me it's cool in any way, shape, or form. Just use Upshock instead. I mean, he literally uses him in other cases, so the idea of this alien is just flawed from inception. The problem with Chameleon is the lack of actual content we get to see with him in it. He was only used briefly in all his 3 appearances, and it was just a massive shame because an invisible alien, although not exactly new, was a great idea, and the concept of being this slimy reptile with the colored eyes was just kind of intuitive, I guess. I also just love the German accent. Juryrigg's concept is actually quite intriguing at first. The power of being a small red dude who can fix and destroy things is a pretty neat idea, but this one once again falls flat in execution, as the character design in Ultimate Alien is abysmal and completely destroys the alien when you simply look at the frickin' thing. I also wish we got more from him, and maybe if they did it right he would have become a poster alien that kids want cute plushes of or something. Maybe that was the intention, but maybe making him a little demon wasn't the way to go. Haha, Terraspin, get it? Because he's a terrapin and he spins! Lovely wordplay there, gents. And quite a nice alien you got there. Nothing crazy, but decent enough for what it wants to do. Among the 5 Andromeda aliens, Terraspin is easily the weakest and blandest one, but his backstory is actually my favorite episode in the entire season. Galapagus is quite the alien, and after he leaves and we're left with Ben as Terraspin, the boring side comes out and diminishes this alien greatly. The monotone voice, the boring design, and the simple powers just can't compete with what's to come. Armadillo was a personal favorite toy of mine as a kid because he could theoretically kick Ultimate Humongousaur's ass if you just screwdrivered him in the face. He just seems like the best Hulk alien, and being made of some kind of hard metal can feel like an alien that can take hits easily and be more indestructible in comparison. Ironically, Armadillo is used in a more sad way a lot of the series. Having an innocent voice and being often cruelly punished by enemies can actually make you find him quite cute rather than intimidating, which I'm not sure is the approach that was meant or appropriate for that matter with this sort of dude. Maybe that's just me, but I'm fine with calling Armadillo slightly above average. Water Hazard's design both times has been awesome, and that heavily slanted my views of him going in, because looking this cool has got to give him some kind of brownie points. His water powers have surprisingly never been implemented before in Ben 10, despite being an essential element that should have been one of the classics in my opinion. His ability to absorb moisture from the air is also a super clever touch that only could have come from Ultimate Alien's more mature writing. The voice was also very well done, all the different times, although I'm kinda left wishing they kept it more consistent with Bivalve, the final cut, and even the Omniverse version. All still good though. Amphibian is another alien that was totally shafted throughout the series. I had this tweet up a while ago poking fun at this fact, and the fact that he has so many awesome powers, some of which we never even used by the way, and he was still overshadowed by the one-hit wonder aliens that were favored by the writers or network for some reason. Amphibian's design is super cool, and if he'd just gotten a few more appearances to show off his awesome powers, kinda like the Avengers battle did for Brainstorm, I think it would have left a better taste in a lot of fans' mouths. Glokvok is the second alien from the show to implement the German accent, which is both hilarious and kinda weird to me at the same time. His powers are absolutely insane, and actually got the light of day to shine in a lot of important episodes throughout Omniverse. Even in frickin' Ultimate Alien, we get a lot of cool scenes with clockwork, like turning Nesmith's stick into dust, and rewinding a specific room and time to find out where the dragon come from. Totally awesome and creative writing with that, from a totally awesome and cool alien with a slick, perfect design. Did you know NRG's hilarious Russian accent is reference to how Russia acquired some of the world's first nuclear warheads in the Cold War? I don't know if that's true, Ben 10 Wiki, I don't see a reference. Anyway, NRG is the best Ultimate Alien, and here's why. He's a badass furnace with the ability to shoot energy blasts through his suit, he can control lava and blast it with his hands, can survive in ultra-heat environments, is basically just a giant lumbering piece of metal that is super duper tough to break, he can fly out of the suit after a certain point and become this energy dude, and most importantly, he is menacing and badass in a way that no other alien in the show manages to pull off. And despite having a more bland set of powers and design compared to, let's say, Clockwork, his stature, presence, and attitude more than makes up for it, and delivers an alien that is cool to watch, despite his pretty standard power abilities comparatively. This is a great example of how charisma can save a Ben 10 alien, and that powers and abilities can easily be replaced by the simple ability to captivate the audience and command respect through strength and sharpness. And that was the Ben 10 Ultimate Alien roster ranked. What do you think? Which alien won this battle for you? Be sure to let me know all that in the comments down below, and please like and subscribe if you did enjoy to support me. And don't worry, ranking the actual ultimates, as an ultimate Swampfire, Humongousaur, etc., will be in a future video if that's what you expected clicking on this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you beautiful ladies and jellyfish next time. Shalom!